Welcome back. We're gonna talk about custom hooks. All right, so last time, if you guys remember, we talked about use effects, the use effect hook, and there's a use state hook. Have you noticed how they use the word use in there? So that's a convention for hooks. And what we're gonna do today, what Robin is gonna do today, that I'm gonna try to implement, is add a custom hook. So I'm going to try to encompass both of these using a custom hook, meaning our own hook that will take care of everything that we did in regards to the search and the state and updating the state and updating local storage. So let's do that. So let's create a custom hook. So I'm going to call it use, or Robin calls it use semi persistent state and I was afraid I was going to misspell it, and I did. Persistent state. There we go. I think I got it. And okay, so that's the content. And it's gonna, and we're gonna move this right here. We're gonna move that into this custom hook, and we're gonna set it to this part right here. So that part doesn't change yet. And let me see if I got it right. Local storage get item. Yeah, Robin has it on another line. I'm gonna do the same thing, and he has this empty. Okay, cool. And I'm gonna get rid of this so I don't confuse you guys, or maybe I'll comment it out. Not used. And all right, so we moved that over here into this custom hook. What's next? And then we have a use. I think I'm missing something. Am I not? I'm missing a parentheses here. Yeah. Parentheses, close. And then I don't want to close it just yet because we're still missing something, so I think I got it. And then we're gonna add this part right here. So again, all we're doing is moving these two items, these two hooks, into one. It's a custom hook, and that we can use not just for search, but for other things as well. Other things that we want to store in local storage and update, you know. So it can be used for various different things. So actually, I'm going to move this. Okay, there it is. Search. Let me make sure I got it. I think I got it. Okay, so there it is. There's our custom hook, and let's comment this out as well. Okay, and then Robin makes some changes, and we're gonna make those changes as well. And there's a few things that he does. One of the things he does is, in order to use it, we can't use it right now the way it is, because we're not exposing anything yet to the outside world that can be used. So we need to expose it, and the way we do that is just at the end we return these two items that can be used, which is the state and how to update the state. Okay, that should be it. And then he makes a few more changes that we're going to do as well. So whenever we so actually for this part right here, we're going to put this back in, instead of react use state, we're just gonna use this. Okay. And handles search, that stays the same. I'm just looking over the code and making sure I didn't miss anything. Yeah, I mean that should be it. And so let me get rid of this so I don't confuse you guys. It looks ugly, all that commented out code. Okay, so before we move on and do some of these other changes that Robin did, we should probably test it, right? I feel like that would be a wise thing to do. So let's, okay, cool. There's an error. I always get a little bit excited when there's an error because it helps. It gives me a chance to show some of the newest students how to go about debugging it. So here we have, it says reference error search term. Search term is not defined. And search term is not defined. And that would be line 51. And the reason for that is, well, we have search term right here. And on line 50, actually, I don't know why it's complaining, because we have the state right here. Let me double check. Search term. I wonder. Huh. Wonder if the order is. I don't think that matters, but let me move this down here and try that. Ooh, did that just work? We still had. There's React. Yeah, it seems like okay. So let's change it to, let's say, Redux. Close the browser and see when we open it back up if it pulls up Redux. Yep, as the default search term in the input box, and there it is. Okay, cool. And then Robin made this custom hook a little bit more generic, like so it can work not just for search but for other items, right? So let's do that as well. And the way we're gonna do it is so instead of search term here, we're gonna call it value and set value. So these are generic terms, right? And here we're gonna call it value and empty. So that stays. This part gets changed to value and value and value, and we're exposing value and set value, right? And then he goes a step further and he adds a key that we can use in places like get item key. So now everything is saved with whatever you provided instead of value. Key. And finally, well, he adds one. First he adds just a key, and then I think he adds the key and an initial state. So that way you can do this. I know this must be confusing to a brand new developer, somebody who's already has developed with other frameworks and maybe even a little bit with React, has dabbled in React. this might not be too bad, but for a brand new developer, I could definitely see how this could be confusing. Even to me, there's parts of this where it's not 100% clear. So, okay, so initial state, key, I think I got it all. And so now when we call on this, so where do we call on it? Right here on line 36. So this, remember, this is the definition. This is where we call on it. We need to provide it with a key. And let's call this search. Oops. Search, and the initial term is react. Let's see if it works. Refresh. Let's react, and yeah, it seems to be working. So, but if you wanted to find out if the default value works, how would you go about it? Think about it for a second before I show you guys. So right now it's on Redux, but if I wanted to see if that default value part works, all we have to do is clear out local storage, right? So where is that? That would be in, I believe, application, local storage, and you can see right there. There it is. So let me clear this out. Delete. Let me delete this one too. Refresh. So if I refresh it, it should set it to React. There it is. That's it. We just created a custom hook. I've never done that before. This is my first time I've created this. I feel like it's going to come in handy, and it's going to help me a lot down the road. Looking at maybe even existing React code. Now, I'm not always going to assume it's a built-in hook. It might be a custom hook if I see something like this. All right, awesome. That's it. Take care. Don't forget to subscribe, and please share this if you can. All right, take care. Bye.